to the audio show.
Okay, I feel like I would be very unfair if I never covered this skit, so I have to do this actual skit in itself, right? The question is, what does Anthony want? Because I've never heard him stating it, or he tries to state it and he says a bunch of things. Anyways, let's jump into it.
What do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want?
I mean, all right,
I want to make money. That's what I want to do. I want to make money, and I'm doing that.
okay, all right, but outside of that, which you're gonna do regardless, but I mean, I know you love Amber, but you're talking about how she makes you feel like you're in school, and it doesn't seem like you want that.
Thank you, Ben, for giving this insight, because I feel like Anthony doesn't listen to himself when he speaks, right? And sometimes Amber doesn't as well, but this is about Anthony. Anthony doesn't listen to himself when he speaks. When you keep saying that you love your baby mother and you're giving her $5,000 and you're doing this and you're doing that, it does not sound like you love your wife. It just doesn't sound that way. If I was Anthony's friend, I'd be reacting the same way. Hey, what do you want? Because at this point, I'm not quite sure of what you want either. And if Ben is confused as a man as to what Anthony wants, I can imagine what does Amber feel as far as Anthony's concerned. Because generally a man know what another man looking or what him want.
But you say that you don't want Shayla, but she makes you feel free. So I don't know. I'm confused. What do you really want?
Honestly, I want to be a good husband.
So if you want to be a good husband, then you can't tell your baby mother that you love her, right? You can't. And okay, I'm gonna explain again why this is not good for you to be telling another woman that's not your wife that you love her. When you tell a woman that you love them, it has an effect. That's just the truth. It's not something you can go around. You know what, ladies? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Discredit me with what I'm saying. Discredit me. Go ahead and say, O'Neill, you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like, discredit it. What me know is that when you tell a woman you love her, especially someone you've dated before, that you love her, it gives a confusing signal to her mind because it makes her go back into the past and think of what could have been between the two of you. That's the effect I think it has. So you can't really do something like that. Then you're going on a play date that you're not telling anybody about, including your wife. Then you're also, what else now? You're giving $5,000 just off of the rip for nothing at all. These events don't sound like you love your wife.
And I want to be a good father to Kai. That's what I want. Yeah, Amber does have her hang-ups, but hell, so do I. You know, but I took vows to God to be a good husband.
So basically, Anthony is saying, just like Amber, him respecting these vows. All of a sudden, I'm respecting these vows. So the question is, are they then telling us that they're going to pull a switcheroo, where they're going to, allow Amber to challenge the vows, but have Anthony stick with the vows? That should be interesting. Are they saying that Anthony will become the faithful one? Well, let me ask you that now. What if Anthony becomes the faithful one and Amber becomes the cheating one? How would you, Amberites, react to that? Would Anthony still be the dog that you talk about him as? Because trust me, that the ladies them call Anthony out day and night by the channel, them call him dog. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. I'm just being reasonable. That's all.
And I know I've fallen short with that.
Yeah.
But God gave me a second chance, so I want to be a good husband. And as far as Shayla goes, it was nice for us hanging out. It was nice for us spending time together, and I'm glad that we're in a good co-parenting space.
Yeah.
And I do love her. I do love her. She's the mother of my child. I love her for that. But, just like these smoothies, yeah, they're good for you, but you can't have too many of them. It ruins, just because you want something or it feels good to you doesn't mean that you have to stick with it and it has to last a long time. So right now,
Okay, so just because you want something doesn't mean you need to have it. Um, okay. It look here. It sounds fluffy. It sounds airy, but people are going to challenge it because of what they're seeing, and it's a fair challenge. You know, when the Amber fans come on because they're not like Anthony basically. They're going to challenge a lot of what you're saying. It sounds good, but then you see, people don't want to just hear the words; they want also see the actions with the words. Because what they're seeing is you're saying you want to be a good husband, right? But you're doing things that compromises that. And when you do that, that makes it very, very hard for anyone to sit down and actually say, well, he's really doing what he's saying because they don't see that. They don't see that at all. So again, I feel like it's a false flag. It don't feel like a real flag from Anthony, but hey.
Good space with my wife. I'm in a good space with the mother of my child. So that's what I want. I'm just gonna continue to try to keep working to be a good father and a good husband to Amber. Okay. That answer your question?
Yeah, I mean, it does. I just wanted to, I feel like sometimes that's the job of a friend, is to really kind of push one another to really know where we want to be. And you seem like you're solid, so.
Sure.
All right, so I will probably have to join the ranks of the women them when they don't really believe what's going on. Feel like him standing up on the business of what him saying. He's saying him solid, but we don't know if it's solid at all because again, look here, I feel like Anthony has always had a good relationship with Sheila. It's just that him just don't do the relationship right. Look at how the monies have affected Sheila. Look at the things that Sheila has been saying because of the monies. Look at the date we him do and how the date kind of seems sketchy. Those things don't make you more solid with your baby mother. What makes you solid with your baby mother, basically, or the mother of your child, if you want me to call it that way, is what makes it more solid is you being honest with her and you allowing her to know what the boundaries are between her and your wife. Those are the things that make it more solid because then she at least respect you. She respect the mere fact that you have certain lines that she can't cross, and she gets it. Because when you get lovey-dovey and buddy-buddy like what Anthony's trying to do with the monies and those things, you compromise your marriage. It starts to look like you know like your wife is an idiot. Then that's what it looks like. So I don't I want to challenge his viewpoint. I don't feel like he's there, but I could be wrong. Give me y'all's take. Do you like what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk to you soon.